wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building, TK Kirkland. TK Kirkland here.
What's it, a mother effing
How
kid?
you doing, everybody?
How
Everybody
you feeling,
good?
How you feeling, man? How the fam? Everybody good?
Everybody's good, family. I'm just, you know me, old school, still out here working, still grinding, and just really making moves for a senior citizen.
I'm glad you're here, TK. I was thinking about you this weekend, man, because I feel like it was a lot of things going on that we needed your wisdom on, brother.
Okay.
You know, like number one in general, what's the proper etiquette when you being serenaded by Usher? If you're a woman.
That is a real.
And you in a relationship.
That's a good question.
That's a real good question.
And what do you tell your girl when she goes there?
It's not. I did this on my show last night. I'm going to share something with you guys.
Okay.
When you're a certain man,
Mhm.
a woman knows how to move already before you even go out and do something like that. So so if you don't have an understanding already, there's a breakdown in what I call the constitution of your relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's just certain dudes, girl ain't even trying that.
Correct.
This is a fact. Like she know, my man to kill me if I do that. Then there's some women that get caught up and want to show their bodies, and if that's your girl, and let her have fun and all that, because if any place, that's the place to do it. And let me explain to you what I mean. I'd rather for a woman, if that's where you're going, to do it there than to be at the grocery store, than to be walking down to the liquor store that particular way. It was an outing. It was in Las Vegas, Nevada. It was super hot. Now, if you ask me personally, it was something that I would do. The answer is I really don't know, guys. It really would have to be based on. No, I wouldn't do it.
I don't mind the outfit. The outfit ain't bother me. I don't care about that. I'm just talking about the reaction to him while he's serenading her. You know what I'm saying?
No, he's a performer. He's an entertainer.
yeah.
It's like the old school days, right?
Yeah.
Right? When you had the Teddy Pendergrasses and the Smokey Robinsons. You're supposed to entertain. I don't think Usher meant any wrong. Usher he's supposed to woo you.
Usher's a menace, though.
Yeah, he's supposed to
a
woo
menace.
you.
The man said, he said, don't leave your girl around me, true player for real. He know what he's doing. 'Cause all he got to do, TK, is say, where all the single ladies at and go talk to the single ladies.
but
Right.
He ain't
TK,
going to talk to the single ladies. He's going to talk to the ones that he know in relationships.
Right.
TK, is what makes it bad what he actually did and what she did, or was it the fact that it was on social media? Because think about it,
It was the fact it was on social media.
A bunch of fellas
That's
go
right.
to the strip club. They
Yes.
get lap dances.
Yes.
They get, strippers do wild things, flips and things, bring them on stage.
Yes.
But there's no cameras to show
no cameras.
your girl or your
So
wife when you
true,
get home.
fam.
But now she did. She enjoyed herself with a night out. She
Yes.
had drinks. She was feeling good.
Right.
But it's on social media.
It's on social media. And as a G, he was never supposed to comment on it.
Not publicly.
Not publicly.
At home, you can say.
At home.
Because men do need to know how to communicate.
Yes,
Like, I didn't like
yes.
that. That hurt my feelings.
Yes.
I don't think there's anything insecure about telling your woman that hurt my feelings.
I didn't like that.
Totally
right?
agree. You have to always keep it. What my man say, keep it as cool as the other side of the pillow. You know, you never let them see you break.
Right.
Never. It wasn't worth it because now everybody's in your business, and you're looked at a different kind of way now as a man. You understand? And you expose your girl in a bad way. If that's your girl, you ain't supposed to expose her in a bad way. You're supposed to pull her to the side and say, "Yo, babe, I really don't think that was cool." You know, but was it the outfit or because Usher was singing
I think it was
to her?
Usher. It wasn't the outfit.
I think it was Usher's. Yeah, because
and I think it was the way she was acting towards
yes,
us.
and she's supposed to act that way. That's what happens in those type of shows. You know, you got your girlfriends around. Everybody's having a good time. You got drinks. And I bet you she didn't mean nothing by it. I bet you she was just being flirtatious, having a good time. Just like when we go to concerts, you see a dude like, girl, go up there and have a good time. There's some dudes that let their girl just go up there and have a good time.
Flirtatious, though?
There's nothing wrong with flirtatious, Charlamagne.
Really?
Long as it's tasteful and long as the guy is strong with them himself. See, because some men only get upset because they know their girl a hoe. They know she could get, she could get it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I know who you are. I did it to you. You know what I'm saying? So I know somebody else can get you. You know, but if you straight. If you straight, nah.
I don't. Is there such thing as tasteful flirting if you in a relationship? I don't know.
Well, you got to think about it like this, right? When men go to the strip club, that's kind of tasteful
that
flirting.
ain't flirting though. That's
It is.
That's,
No,
that's,
that's
You
flirting.
smacking
That's a
ass.
transaction.
She's
It
grinding on you.
depends on the
That's-
woman that you with.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, I've been to a strip club and I saw, you could tell the girl was in there for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And she saw a dude getting a dance and she beat up the girl.
Damn.
True story, dog. See, it all depends on the person. Some people can't take it. So it depends on who you are.
Now she's a ridiculous person.
Yeah.
If
She
you're
got
at
jealous,
the
yeah.
strip club, you know what they expect.
Listen to me. It sometimes I think people don't know. It just they get caught up because the girl might have shook her ass a certain way, and boom. But you have to be strong. But on Kiki, I think that's the Kiki.
Yeah, Kiki
Palmer.
Palmer.
Her man should have never just, and no disrespect to her. I don't know his emotion, what his upbringing was, and what he's going through in his life. And but for me seeing the video, it wasn't the outfit.
It wasn't the outfit. No, they just publicly embarrassed each other. His feelings was hurt.
Yes, his feelings.
That's
was
all.
hurt.
Like you said you called it tasteful flirting. He probably saw that and was like, "Damn, man."
Right,
why she doing
right.
that? And it might not even be that it's not that he probably thinks she a hoe. He just think that's Usher.
Right.
That's Usher.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
If anybody
so,
could steal it, it would be Usher.
you
Now,
think I grew up with Usher? I know Usher since he was a baby. I know his mom and everything. And is Usher really that smooth?
yes.
Gotta ask the ladies. Damn, you
I
said
think
that
so.
so goddamn quick.
I mean, just look at him. You know what I mean, Usher's a smooth dude.
Okay, all
can
right.
tell
Yeah,
he's-
maybe because he's grown now.
Yeah.
I've known him since he was a youngster. So it's just hard for me to see him pulling women like that. But I guess he can. I don't know.
And then also he's an icon. I saw when you was on Vlad TV and you was talking about I think you was talking about Eddie Murphy. And you was talking about the superstar power of somebody like Eddie Murphy.
Yes, yes.
I think Usher has
Usher
that.
does have
Usher
it.
definitely has
He
that.
definitely
10 million
has it.
records at one point.
Yeah.
Usher is a worldwide superstar.
Yeah, he definitely has it. He got the look. He's smooth. But if women really like Usher, I question their judgment.
Talk
What
to
you
us,
mean?
TK.
I don't know, guys. I just don't. I mean, I'm not a woman, but I come up with the Teddy Pendergrasses, them type of dudes.
So what's the difference? Usher's
the
smooth.
difference- yeah.
He a nice brother. Women call him handsome.
Okay.
He can sing.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I can see
He
what you're
one of
saying.
them.
I think it's
I think
because
so.
I've known him since he was a kid, just like you guys. I've known you since y'all was youngsters, and when y'all blew up, I was like, I've known you since y'all was babies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like the big uncle that I'm still looking at y'all from years ago, but it's like, nah, Unc, we grown now.
TK is the uncle who gets mad if you don't pick up his phone call.
Exactly.
As
I
he
don't
should.
text him back.
As he should.
Thank you.
As he should.
Thank you.
That's Unc.
That's
As he
right.
should.
You're supposed to reach back to me.
Absolutely. but the crazy thing that you said that is, I felt that about Kevin Hart when he first blew up, right? Because we've known Kev for so long. Kevin's
Yes.
been up here. We seen him when he did his Caroline show.
Right.
And then when he blew up to the superstardom, you'd be like, that's still my guy Kev. But you got to take
Exactly.
a step back and that's a different Kev right
That's
there.
a different.
Well, yeah, but
yeah.
Kev is like a classmate for us. Not the
Correct.
TK, but to me, he's like
Yeah.
a classmate. You
Correct.
know what I'm saying? We was in school together.
Right,
Like,
right,
you know,
right.
He had some few steps ahead. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
We watched We watched him come up, but that's like you said. He's always been Kev.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Correct.
he's just a nice guy.
Nice guy, man.
Right?
That's
He's
right.
just a nice guy. Like,
That's
you
right.
know, and you want the best for nice guys.
That's
Like,
Absolutely.
you know, it's just the way it is. Nice guys. And when you see him on the commercials, he was born to do that.
He was.
That's right.
Am I right? He was truly born to do
Absolutely.
that. You don't even have to see his face. His voice, his cadence is just so amazing that you enjoy hearing him talk about Chase, never leave yours, whatever the slogan is. You know, that's cool.
I wanted to ask you something else too, because like we was talking about it. Everybody was calling the man insecure, her baby daddy, because he said whatever he said online about the clothes and stuff like that. Is it wrong for you as a man to say you don't like that behavior?
Now, I talked about this the other day. I always tell females that if a man ain't never really checked you, he don't really care about you. He just don't care. I say, and women think we're always trying to tell them what to do.
Mm-hmm.
But imagine, when someone's trying to tell you to do that, means they care. So imagine if I say, girl, you're not showing your breasts enough. pull your zipper down more and pull your pants up so I can see that more. Now, that's disrespectful. A man's supposed to always protect a woman. I'm going to give you an example. Once you have a daughter, things is different, brother.
That's right. I got 4 of them.
Once you have a daughter, you think and move differently.
You
like
do.
when people say, when we even say we want a female that is independent, but when we think about our daughters, we want someone to be on a level to worship your child.
What
So
you
it's
mean?
like a double standard. You know how we always say a man got to have this and that, you got to bring something to the table? But when we think about our girls, we want somebody for them to be so on point that it can't be no confusion. It can't be, baby, you just can't date anybody. Somebody, you got to date someone
And you
or
gotta
marry
match your
someone.
fly. Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
You know?
But also, when you have daughters, you know, you want your daughter to be on a level of having their own as well.
Oh, that's
So
most
never have
important.
to depend, right? So when you
Yes.
see, and no disrespect to any woman out there, but when you see women talking about, yeah, I married him to have a baby and I'm sticking him up for $30,000 a month
Right.
and I'm trying, and he's going to buy me this car.
Yes.
You know, I'm raising my daughters where you can buy your own car.
Right.
You buy your own crib.
And what's
You
crazy,
buy your own
guys,
stuff.
when you say stuff like that, maybe I was in a dark age. I didn't know women really went out and did that to people.
What you mean? Try to get people pregnant to get checks?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I really thought that was like, no, can't nobody be that foul.
Women used to go to the drafts of the NBA and football draft and try to catch a player, or go to the after parties after and try to catch. Yeah, all the time. We hear all types of
When you
stories.
see women like that, a wise man named T.K. Kirkland once said, I got to meet your parents.
I gotta meet your parents. That's so true, yo.
Mhm.
Because I always tell people, don't get deep into a relationship until you truly meet the parents, because the parents will tell you everything that you're about to go through. You meet the parents, everything is right there in front of you.
But let me ask you, we were talking about this the other day. This came from Marcus Jordan and Larsa Pippen. And we were asking, and I guess one of the paparazzi asked the dad, hey, do you approve? And he said no.
Yes.
We were talking about getting approval from the father-in-law, right? So you have daughters. If they started dating, do you want to make sure that you approve of the young man before he marries your daughter? Do you want to be the approval for that situation?
Oh, absolutely.
And if you don't approve, what do you tell that young man?
Well, I'll give you an example. My daughter is dating a young man from overseas, and he came to meet me. And
How's that meeting? Could you imagine meeting TK after you see him his specials, his comedy show, and then I got to pull up to the house and meet this man?
Yo, it was very short. You know, sitting in the lobby of the Ritz-Carlton in San Francisco, he came. Nice guy. That's so swag. And he reminded me of me, in a sense. You know,
Does that scare you or does that make you happy?
it didn't scare me because he's from another country. And it was a difference, right? You know, everybody thinks different in different countries. So basically what I told him was, if you got my daughter pregnant, I was going to kill you and your mother. I'll thank you for coming. You can go now. Exactly what I told him. That's exactly what I said. He had a little water in his eye because I could tell he was a little frightened, but I was very serious.
How old was he,
He said, "Hi,
TK?
Mr.
He's like about 19.
Damn it,
He
TK.
said, hi, Mr. Kirkland. And then you replied,
Yeah, that's what I said. If you get my daughter pregnant, I'm going to kill you and your mother.
have a nice day.
Yep. And he got up and left. I kept eating my oatmeal.
Jesus Christ.
But we still cool, though. Like, it wasn't
We
the mean
still
thing.
cool.
I was just serious because what happens, I see when young families let their kids have babies and they're so happy with no financial money, no home, and they think it's okay. And people like, oh, I'm going to be a grandfather, grandmother, knowing that your child is not financially prepared to raise a child
Or even mentally prepared.
or mentally. And that's something I cannot have on my watch. That's all. And I'll do anything to prevent that if I can. That's,
So you don't think
that's
your
it.
daughter's ready, or you don't think neither one of them were ready?
I just think
19.
life. It's just life. Yeah, 19,
Yeah.
yeah. Because I think about my mother, God bless her, she's deceased. She had me when she was 19. She had 3 kids before she was 21. When you think about that now, that's terrible for a grown-up.
Yeah.
To have that many children before 21.
Yeah.
I mean, it was in the 40s, I mean, the 60s, but still, I don't care. That's just a hard situation. But how you guys been, man? I ain't seen you since the pandemic.
It's been that long?
It's been that long?
It's been that long.
Why you got your phone out? You don't trust us or something?
No. I was really on Instagram Live, and I don't know what I'm doing. So if you see me doing this, hey, listen, I just started using Instagram Live like about
When people
3
start holding
months
their
ago.
phones up like that, me and Charlamagne get nervous. I mean, they're about to try something. Like, what you about to try,
That's
TK?
funny. I'm gonna tell you what that
But you
was.
family, so we know you.
Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing. Matter of fact, everybody, I'm gonna really enjoy this interview. I think Charlamagne gonna. Yo, these are my guys. All right, we're gonna keep doing our thing. We talk to you later. Peace.
TK crazy. The producer hit me, was like, TK's on live. Is he on live right now? I'm like, yeah, it's TK.
Damn. Well, TK, you got the Light It Up workshop coming.
That's right.
This month in Miami, July 21st.
Isn't
What
that
is the Light It Up
something?
workshop?
It's teaching people about just how to obtain finances with loans, similar to what DJ Envy does with homes.
Right. I always say that the best thing about our community is there's so many people making money.
Yes.
We got to go back and show people and try to teach them what to do.
Yes.
But I also tell people they have to do their due diligence. You just can't say, well, TK did this, I'm going to do it too.
So true.
You got to do your due diligence with whatever it is,
Yes.
because in everything I invest, I try to do my due diligence. And I'm similar to you. I try to put money in everything.
Yes.
And I pray that something pops.
Yep, that's it. That's it. And it's easy.
And you'll
'Cause
catch,
if you go to,
you'll catch some L's.
you know
but
what's the
something
greatest
pops, you'll
thing
be
people
good.
don't say? If you go get gasoline every day,
Mhm.
invest in gasoline, one of the gas companies, because you know everybody is getting gas.
Well, let's start on the change to electric vehicles. And I think by 2025,
but that's and now I'm
everything
gonna
has to
put
be
you up on
electric
game,
vehicles.
and let me tell you if you think this is right. I really, I always wanted to own a gas station,
Mhm.
but since the electric business is getting ready to start booming even more, because
Right.
the companies done got together. I think Tesla, GMC, and Ford, they are starting the more power stations.
Correct.
That's what I want to invest.
Power station would be great. I just don't, the problem with those is a couple of things. One,
Okay.
I don't know if people are saying that we have the grid to power all these electric cars. That's what they were saying. They don't know if they have a strong enough power grid to, if everybody changes automatically to electric cars.
Yes.
And they was like, they don't know if the grid will be strong enough. And the problem with electric cars is, if you want to charge your car 300 miles, you go to a gas station, it takes you 10 minutes and you're out of there.
That's so
Electric
true.
cars going to take you at least an hour,
Yeah.
45 minutes to an
Yes.
hour to charge
But I
on a
think they'll
supercharger.
speed it up by in the
And that's a
next 10,
supercharger.
15 years. You got to think
Ahead.
down the line. If you
Yep.
think down the line, it's going to work. And it's just like anything. I think it's not about today. It's about where it's going.
Correct.
Because it's definitely going to be electric.
Absolutely.
It's definitely going
I
to be.
think something like, I think they said for all these car manufacturers, I think 60% of their cars have to be electric by, I think,
certain- yep, so
2025.
true.
So they are working on it. And
Right.
That's what they're trying
Yeah,
to do.
definitely. It's definitely going to be the move.
How far ahead do you plan in life, TK?
I'm only on the year 2032.
Damn. So almost 10 years.
Yeah. I'll be 73 years old.
Ooh, God bless. Wow. So what do you write down? Like goals, things you want to do, things you want to accomplish? But I feel like you already,
Give me an example. Like when I do your show,
Okay.
I always say, yo, I see you what? In 2025,
2025, yeah,
2026. I know in 2 years, I'm going to come see y'all again.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, when you get to my age, mentally, it gives you an incentive to live. Because you have a date to achieve. And those things are important to me, that if I say I'm going to do something on a date, I make sure I live. It was not about a live thing, but I make sure I achieve. So I take care of myself. I try not to have no vices. I don't gamble. I don't drink, So every time I see you guys, believe it or not, I'm happy. Like, no, I've seen them again. A lot of people come here to me or any podcast and take it for granted. And you guys know, you have seen so many people leave here.
Shit, look at that wall.
Yeah.
On that wall alone,
About 6 people.
DMX, Charlie
Yeah,
Murphy,
like,
Mack
man.
Mac Miller, Combat Jack.
Yes. I take it very seriously, guys, because it's a blessing to hang out with y'all. It's a blessing to be up here. It's a blessing because 7, 8 years ago, you guys changed my career by coming up on this show.
Wow.
And ever since then, boom, it's been to rocket stardom.
No,
I'm
it's-
glad you said that. Salute to Vlad. Everybody like to give Vlad credit for that, but I'm like, yo, TK was coming on Breakfast Club. I've been knowing TK for damn near 20 years.
Yeah, what happened was Vlad saw me on this show.
Yeah.
And by the time I got downstairs, I guess he saw something that was very interesting in the interview. And I didn't know who he was. He said, hey, I want to interview you. And you guys was teaching me about podcasts. I didn't know about what podcast was. Remember? I was like, what is that? I was calling it the iPod. Y'all was laughing at me.
iPod, yeah.
And then I wound up doing a show. Rest is history.
You know, it's crazy because, you know, people talk about the Breakfast Club, good, bad, but I also talk about a lot of people that say, yo, you guys really put my career into something it wasn't.
Yes.
Sinbad said the same thing. Sinbad came up here and he said, you guys opened, and shout to Sinbad, I heard he's doing a lot better, so salute to Sinbad.
Great. Yep, absolutely.
But he said, you know, we opened him up to a younger generation that didn't know who he was.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, he started getting more shows and he started seeing a younger demographic in the show. And a bunch of people have said that to us, which always is giving us a great feeling for doing it.
I'm still going to do TK's book. We launched the podcast, but I ain't forget about the book.
I'm down with that. I get that in my DM pretty much every other DM.
They want a book.
When are you going to do the book?
People want that game in one place where they can go
Yeah,
get it.
and I got an idea for it. I think, you know, instead of really talking about me, I want to call it the manual.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think the world needs direction. And one of my examples, I think people need to be told what to do. I tell people in my stand-up, I like North Korea a little bit before people get upset. I said, let me explain to you. I said, the Williams sisters was told what to do since they was 3 or 4 years old, became the greatest tennis players in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Floyd Mayweather, since he was 7, was told what to do, became the greatest boxer the world's ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Tiger Woods was told what to do since he was a kid, became the greatest golfer.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Jackson was told what to do and became the greatest entertainer that's ever lived.
Mm-hmm.
My point being is I think that when people are given direction, their achievement in life is a lot better than having so much free time on their hands. See, right when I graduated, a year before I graduated, they stopped the draft.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we still had the draft, a lot of people's lives would have been saved. Because they wouldn't have been on the street.
They went to go do something.
They would have do something. So the draft was bad and good. Because you needed the draft because you got some of the homies off the street that's dead now. They would have been productive and doing something with their lives because the Army would have tightened you up.
I love that idea, but that's why I think you should title the book Who Raised You. Because essentially what you're doing is giving credit to the people who raised these individuals.
Right,
like,
that's true.
Serena and Venus's father, or Tiger's father, Floyd Mayweather's
Or Michael's father.
Like, these people helped
I like
raise
that.
them, you know what I
I
mean?
like that.
That's
You know,
why
I'm waiting on you. You know, I've been waiting on you.
Absolutely. And that's another thing. I tell people that all the time when TK comes. Who raised you is TK Kirkland.
Absolutely.
I hear a lot of people using that now.
No, it's TK.
But that is absolutely positive.
Yes.
TK Kirkland.
Yes. And by the way, I own it, by the way.
There you go.
Know, I trademarked that years ago. So I own it. You can't get paid if someone says it, but I could get paid if someone tries to sell things, et cetera, et cetera. So it's mine.
I was going to ask, you know, you talk about the age and what age you're thinking of and all that. Retirement. Would you retire? And the reason I ask is
Good question.
Charlamagne was just in vacation, and when I go on vacation, the first 4 or 5 days is like, I love it. But then the 6th day, I'm like, damn. Even though we're good and we're secure, you still enjoy that.
You are absolutely right, Mr. Envy. And I'm going to tell you why. I take breaks, and when I take them, it's not that I like making money. I think this lifestyle keeps you together. It keeps you young. It keeps you at heart. It keeps you wanting to take care of yourself. Haircut, massages, manicure, pedicures, dressing the way you're supposed to dress. And when I think about it, I mean, I stay at the best hotels in the world, right? Like, this is truly a gift.
Right.
It's work in the sense because we travel so much. But this is,
I say it all the time.
man, this is a blessing. I think I gotta stay in it because I do think about retiring, right? But it's an old mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Why retire? Like when the kind of money you make and you actually travel the world and you only work an hour and 30 minutes for each show. Like sometimes 6 shows a week, that's 12 hours. It's hard work. But then after that, you good. It's not a problem. So I'm going to see that the goal for me is to make it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm 63, so I can't. I have to balance it out. I got to know that I'm at that age. I can't take, but I go to the doctor all the time about blood pressure.
I was going to ask you that. Blood pressure, cholesterol.
Yeah, all that. I go to the doctor I go every 4 months.
Okay.
It's just because I pay for my own medical my own medical insurance.
I saw you say that. I thought that was brilliant. You was like, yo, you pay for medical insurance. I'll let you explain it, but you go ahead.
Yeah, because people pay medical insurance every month, but you only go get a checkup every 6 months or once a year. So if that's the case, but if you got something in you, by the time you find out,
Might be too late.
it might be too late.
Yeah,
that's crazy to me.
I go for every little thing.
And me too.
If a
That's
cough linger too long, I'm at the
That's
doctor.
so true. You
I'm
know,
always getting checked up. I have all my coronary arteries checked out. I had
Yes.
every cardiovascular test you could think of for your heart.
and now, have you ever tried life screening?
Which one is that?
Lifeline screening. Listen to me. It's a thing.
Is that when they scan your heart and tell you how much longer you can live or something like that?
No. They actually put these things up on your wrists, a machine to go down your neck to see if you can prevent you from having a stroke. They know if you're going to have a stroke. They know everything about your body. It comes in the mail. Like in 17 days, you could take to your doctor. Because think about it, when you go to the doctor, you tell the doctor what's wrong with you.
Mm-hmm.
But the doctor can't see in you.
What's it called?
It's called Lifeline. Google it.
I'm doing something like that soon.
Lifeline screening.
Where they're gonna screen my heart and it'll tell you it'll tell you how strong your heart is, but also they claim to know how long you can actually live.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
The only problem with that is, well, if it is a shorter period of time, could they do something to make it longer?
Yeah, of course,
okay. All right.
absolutely.
Yeah, I didn't know that they can
Don't
tell
be
you
like,
how long
got,
you can
you
live.
got 2 years. You're like, oh,
Yeah,
damn.
I don't know if they can tell you how long you can live.
I think it's something to that.
No,
that,
they
that
can't tell
effect.
you how long you live,
I don't know if it's an
Charlamagne.
exact number, but
Yeah.
they just tell you like.
But it'll tell you if your heart is strong.
Strong,
It'll tell you
right.
if your vessels is doing
Yeah.
good. And it's good that you're doing that. I mean, think about the young man who's rapping in Houston and just died on
man.
stage.
Just passed out on stage,
man.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's something that I think when, we talk about music, we talk about so many things. And what I have been pushing lately is instead of talking about money and watches and all that, let's start pushing health to the young people in this country.
We've been doing that up here, especially with
Good.
colonoscopies.
Yes.
And a couple of brothers called and was like, yo, y'all saved my life. Like
Yes.
they found a polyp that could have turned cancerous that was removed. Even women have called.
Yes.
Because it's like, all we have is time.
And
Right.
The money means nothing. The jewelry, the
Doesn't
cars,
mean
the
nothing.
cribs, the clothes, that means nothing if you're not healthy.
What's crazy in life, in your 20s and 30s, you think people are talking about you, you think they care. When you get in your 60s, you realize, was nobody never thinking about you.
I was thinking about your ass. Yeah. And social media really make you think people talking
Right.
about you. Yeah,
you know what? Nobody, when you get to be my age, ain't nobody thinking about you. Just mental.
And it's not just the colonoscopies, it's the cardiovascular. All these heart
Cardiovascular,
attacks and these strokes.
That is the key.
Yes, man. Like that's why I had that test where they put the ink inside you to make sure that
Yes,
your
okay, I
arteries
know
aren't
what you're talking
blocked,
about.
anything
Right,
like that.
right.
You gotta get that.
The-
man.
I'm doing that coming up.
Because when the most important muscle to work on your body is the heart.
Correct.
People in there doing lifting weights. If you ain't doing cardio, you ain't
right.
walking stairs, that's the exercise you have to do.
Absolutely.
That the heart is definitely the key.
Now you're on tour with Live Nation now.
Man, let me tell you, that was a great move. Shout out to Drew Tillman who put that together. What was cool about it, I made Live Nation wait 3 years to do that deal. Because you know me, I've always been independent. And when you got to go through so many levels at Live Nation to deal with people, that I don't like, but I like the fact of Live Nation because it's really just a perception. It makes you feel like you're really doing something, but I've been doing this 38 years, so I've seen people blow up, seen people fall off, but my career has just been constantly consistent.
Consider it.
My
Being consistent,
whole
yep.
career, and I love that. So I took the Live Nation deal, and we're gonna do like 56 cities, and we're gonna do 4 countries, and I'm just gonna rock it out and see, and still do my stuff with the, my own shows and all that. And me and Dion Cole was talking last night. We're trying to put something together, and he came to my show. But when we talk about the Netflix deals, because everybody always said, TK, you should do Netflix. And I try to give people game, and this is the game on Netflix, everybody. See, Netflix pays you a one lump sum money, and you're done. They own it. They own your like, and they do whatever they want to do with it. Well, with me owning TK.network, and I produce my own shows, what I have is what you call a 70-year lifespan on my product. So I may not get the 7, 8, 10 million at one time, but I'll get it over 70 years. Meaning it's like the Allen Iverson deal, how Reebok paid him so much money, but he couldn't get this type of money to lay in life. Well, by putting my kids' names as executive producers on my projects. When I do leave here, guess what? They still would get those checks down the line. So I'm not getting it all at one time. I'm getting it throughout 70 years.
And you know, it's crazy. You said that. I was having a conversation the other day, and I was looking at some of these ball players that get these big sums of money, right?
Yes.
And it's sad, right? Let's say you're a football player, and football player, their careers are less and less and less and less.
Yes.
Before it would be a 12-year run. Now it's a 4-year run. So you get $50 million for 4 years, right? You figure half for taxes. That's $25 million. Then you figure agent fees. You buy a house, family. Now you got $15 million for the rest of your life that you got to make work.
Right.
And for somebody that might not have financial literacy and know what to do with it, you understand how a lot of these players become broke after a while.
Yeah.
But now you put that same mentality on somebody like, let's say, yourself, and instead of having $50 million up front, they say they give you $20 million in 20 years, and it's $1 million.
Yes.
You're able to know how to keep that money going and invest
so
that money because
true.
you know what it is. So, but sometimes that big number is, if you're not financial literate, it really hurts you in a long way.
It's so true, man. It's so true. And you hate to see that happens to people. Like, people get money and they get excited, right? And they want to go get the big car and the show up for who? And I was taught a long time ago, no matter how big your home is, the match is still gonna be the same size.
Same mattress size.
It's gonna be the same size, yo. So I'm very blessed, but the richer I become, I live beneath my means.
You realize it means nothing.
When I look at the watches, when I look at some things I've done in my past for stupid things, if people make it to their 60s, they look back at the mistakes they made, you go, damn.
Yeah.
That was foolish. Like, don't nobody care. Like, you didn't even have to do all that, But we doing that thing. Got this huge deal with Snapchat. You see the thing in there?
Snapchat, Legends, right?
Yeah, Legends is a gentleman named Vic Backenoff, Mark Bullock. We all from Jersey City, New Jersey, and they came to me and told me about this deal they put together with Snapchat. And we sat down and talked about it, and it's for athletes, influencers, where Snapchat is going to create a special app for certain people. If you have a following over 80,000, 100,000 people, where they create your own app for you, and what Snapchat is going to do, they promote you to around the world. Like, they basically your advertising company. Then they also have what they call Snapchat channels, like a show. So to all people, if you have content, if you have movies, you create a show, you could put it together, send it to my Instagram, or we could tell you where to send it to it before the show is over, and we'll send it to London. They review it, and you can get your own show on Snapchat. So they're doing that. I thought this was remarkable because the pay is from $5,000 to $50,000, whereas most companies, YouTube and others, only paying 1%. This company is paying upwards over 4 or 5. And when I read the contract, I was just truly blown away. And they gave me equity in the company. I'll be playing.
I was going to ask, is there, we talk about, you said you were looking back at some of the stuff that you did. Is there any one thing that you regret at all?
I saw you say you regret disrespecting Eddie Murphy and Charlie.
Yeah, but when you guys get my age, and I know you guys are getting there. Every time I see you guys, I see something different in you. As you get older, you become you're getting old.
I'm happy. I'm happy about that.
That's right.
It's a good thing.
Right. It's a good thing.
I'm happy about that.
You come in tune with energy. Like, I see the candles. I see the way you move. People don't understand. They think the candles there just for decoration and smell, but it's really a peaceful energy that brings to you. So when I think about my life, I don't think that I would change anything. I think what my life did for me was to take me through all those experiences, because I didn't know the effect I had on the world when I talked to them. Like, these people really are drawn to me because of my honesty. And I think what God and the universe had did for me was it took me through all these lessons so that I could teach people not to make the same mistakes. Because if you haven't been through nothing, you can't teach nobody nothing. So I had to take it on the chin. I had to be resilient. I had to be embarrassed in some situations, right? But when I sit here now and talk to you, I realize that it was all God's plan.
Because what made me think about it was, you say Jersey City, and you mentioned Jersey City, right?
Yes.
And of course, you were older than me when you were out partying. But I always imagined how bad Jersey City used to be, right?
Yes.
And we used to do all the clubs and strip clubs in Jersey City. And I was just thinking, damn, just imagine if TK back then just bought a couple of buildings in Jersey City.
Right.
They were worth
but believe
nothing
it or
at
not,
that
in the
time.
70s, Jersey City wasn't bad. Jersey City got bad towards the 80s and 90s. I was
Epidemic?
gone already.
Yeah,
I was gone.
right
See, I
away.
left Jersey City in 1979.
Ah, okay.
The crack
Yeah.
epidemic?
No, this is before that happened.
I'm saying, was it the crack epidemic that caused it to get bad?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
every neighborhood in the world went bad.
Yeah, but
crack epidemic.
it was bad. Like you said, crackheads. It was very bad. You would only go to the strip clubs because that was the only place that they would be able to
see,
have
when
strip
you
clubs.
say strip club, Jersey City had a strip club?
Yeah, strip clubs and clubs, all that in Jersey City.
That's how long I've been going.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not that I didn't want to go back. It's that, remember, you guys know my story. My mother and all them passed, so there was never a reason for me
Gotcha.
to go back. So once I left, I was gone.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
But you never say why'd you regret disrespecting Eddie and Charlie?
because what happens, and it's gonna be the last time I talk about this particular story, because it's something that this story happened in 1982.
Okay.
I want to make sure people know how young I was as a child.
Over 30 years.
Yeah, when you grow up to become a man and
40 years.
you grow and you understand life, you realize, these people let me in their home. And when you let somebody in your house, dog, you love them and respect them.
That's right.
And I didn't understand that
And
as a
trust 'em.
child. Yep, I didn't understand it as a child. So once I learned life experiences and became a man, so to speak, I realized it was just truly a horrible thing. But the great thing about it is a lot of people don't live long enough to apologize. A lot of people don't live long enough to face not their demons, their mistakes, and let people
correct
know,
their mistakes.
and correct
Yeah.
their mistakes.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
man, to be my age and to even talk about this, to even apologize to people that I've done things to in my past, man, this is and that's how I continue to keep being blessed. You feel me? Because some people think I just came out like 2 years ago, but I've been here.
Oh, because they're new to you.
Right.
They're new to you.
Yes.
When they hear you tell these stories, they just think, man, that must have happened yesterday. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
And they probably don't realize you're 63 years old.
Right, that's true.
Yeah.
That's right.
Do you still get flack for people who think that fake TK Kirkland account on YouTube is you? Do people still approach you?
I've
about
only
that?
had one situation for some gang members.
Really?
I heard about that. Okay,
Because
you
the
told me
dude was violating these guys, and they called me, and they was like, "Yo, what's up with that, cuz?" And I'm talking, but they heard my tone. They said, "No, this the real TK right here." I said, "Yo, I'm gonna play them games. I come from the streets. Like, if you see me in comments going back and forth with people, I don't do it." I was doing some event, and the young lady said, "Oh, TK, such and such don't want to talk to you." I said, "Why?" She said, "Cause y'all got beef." I said, "No, tell her that wasn't. I know where that came from. I don't have beef with nobody." I said, "Whoever she was on social media with, that wasn't me."
I was with you one time. Remember, I was with you in Weezy from Horrible Decisions. She popped off. She was like,
Yes.
Yeah.
And she thought it was me.
She thought it was you.
Yeah, we
She's
was
like,
at
I
his
can't believe-
event.
Yeah, I
And
can't believe this the motherfucker.
Yeah.
You're just gonna try to talk to me like you don't be in the comments talking shit about me.
A young lady that works with him.
Weezy.
We was in the office, and she thought it was me that
Yeah.
whole time. She was going off. I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I said, "No, baby, that wasn't me. I already know it's
crazy.
And that's my point. So this gentleman, if you can, we can't stop him because we try to find different ways to block this dude. You can't stop. I just hope that you could just be careful, my man.
Jesus
Because you could
Christ.
put people in a very bad
Predicament situation. That's right.
And thank God it was on the phone. Imagine we was out and I didn't have time to explain.
That's right. Somebody might have just popped up. You
Oh,
right?
yeah,
Yeah,
or you could have been with your
absolutely.
daughter.
Yes.
Or family, and somebody pull up before you do anything. You'd be like, I ain't even do it.
I didn't even
I had
do
nothing
it.
to do with it. Well, brother, we appreciate
But hold
you.
on, why don't you slow it down on the podcast? You don't like doing the podcast no more?
I do the podcast every week.
For real?
Every week. And I shout you out. I always say he's executive producer of the podcast, but he don't even know we got the podcast.
Every week. You don't do the podcast no more?
That's
I
when
do it every week.
Man, TK don't be updated. I ain't seen that
That's
podcast
when you
in a
know.
minute.
That's when you know you're busy. Yeah, we do the podcast every
You do the
week.
podcast
I'm about to
every
look
week?
right
I
now.
think we're going on 337.
Damn you, Charlamagne.
I'm about to look. Hold on.
Yeah, look.
Yeah, it's right there. The TK
Stupid
Kirkland.
ass. This guy's crazy.
Updated 2 days ago.
Damn it,
Yeah,
man.
337, yo.
Hold on, I'm about to follow the show right now.
The Light It Up Workshop, July
That's messed up.
21st
But you know
in
what it is?
Miami.
I get so caught up in TK's interviews now.
Right.
So I'm
Thank you,
always paying
fam.
attention to Vlad. I'm watching the drink. I went down a whole rabbit hole last week.
Wow.
And then it made me feel bad. Cause then that's when I text you.
Yes,
right?
yes, yeah.
Cause I, TK will call me and I'll miss the call, and then I'll get a text and I can hear the tone in the text. Like, well, I'm gonna read you. Hold on.
That's me.
Hold on.
That's me.
I'm gonna read you one of them. He said, "This is how I know." He said, what he said? Just checking in. 'Cause that's what friends and OGs do.
That is
I ain't
me.
go front. TK used to check in on me.
Yep, am
TK,
I right?
TK don't text me no more though. TK making too much. But TK I would say every other month. TK just checking in. How's your brother June
yep,
doing?
I sure
All
do.
the time. Absolutely.
I sure do. And I just think it's something we should practice.
I agree.
Absolutely.
No, you're right.
Because guys, I know you guys always listen to me. It's something that we should practice because one, I'm not like the other celebrities who just became celebrities.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I've known you guys since y'all were kids. So it's a difference. So there is a OG thing here. There is a mutual respect because when I'm traveling, you got that free moment and you cross my mind, it's really like, yo, you good? And believe it or not, when you respond back to an older person, when you get old, you get emotional and sensitive.
No, you're right. TK called me this morning. I'm on the air and I missed the call. The text was, took a chance. Took a chance. I'm downstairs.
Yeah, I'm downstairs, because I came from my show. I went to my hotel and I said I was going to go to sleep because I'm down in Jersey. I said, you know what, T? It's 4 o'clock.
Let me go now.
Don't go to sleep.
Makes sense.
Just get out and get there and you can sleep later. And I came, so I just wanted to relax and just chill. And that's the reason why I came, because I believe that if you're on time, you're late. So if I was here 2-3 hours, but I was in the parking lot having Starbucks and a donut, like early in the morning, 5:36, wait for Starbucks to open up. I said, I'm going to sit here because I'll be damned if I'm late.
But we got a green room now, TK, so you could just relax
you guys
in our
got the green room.
He was in the green room.
Yeah, I was in the green room. So, yes, I know we got to go, but Live Nation, guys, next week, we're on the 21st, we're at the Fountain Blue, and I brought Charleston White on tour with me.
Really?
Charleston White is on tour with TK Kirkland, and I took him under my wing because he was reaching out. I didn't like the way he was going with his energy.
There's interviews and stuff.
And when we finally talked, he came up to Vegas. I took him out to breakfast. Did some Tony Soprano. Didn't pay for the food and just walked away. I had to see his character. Mm-hmm. And he said, Mr. Kirkland, he said, listen, I've been asking for help because I just been out here doing this character, and I could tell that I've been offending people. But he had my eye for a while because what I thought was crazy about him and funny at the same time, that everybody he was attacking, he knew everything about him. Mm-hmm. And I thought that, he must be a Fed because he really got the information. But it was his delivery that impressed me. Mm. So I took him under my wing. I'm not managing him. I'm just showing him the game because he's really doing well for himself. Mm-hmm. I like the way he moves as a man. I don't have to babysit him.
But are you willing to deal with the smoke that might come with that, though? Because he said some things that I'm sure people...
Yeah, but I get not the flack, but I teach people how in life you got to give people a chance, especially if they was going the wrong direction in life, right? Like all of us at this table have been through something.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if people don't give people chances to correct their life, you leave them there. And that's why we have OGs. See, when you have OGs that really understand life, and you really take a chance to put the person on the right path. And it may look bad now, but when you look at the person, that's why character is everything when you get older. Because you can tell a person still he ain't going to change or whatever. You leave him there. This person really wants to be a great man, and he wants to be a great leader, and that's important to me. So got him.
So he's doing comedy. He's doing a comedy set.
He's doing a comedy set.
Okay.
Yeah, and he has the delivery. He's not great yet, but as anybody know, when you do stand-up comedy, like T.I., I'll tell you, all the new comics that just came in, it's a craft that you have to develop, and it takes time. And the only people who get good is the people who put the work in.
Gotcha.
You can't play comedy. I tell that people, comedy's like boxing. You go in that ring playing if you want to. You
That's
get your
right.
ass knocked out.
Yeah, you're so
Same thing
true.
on that stage. You can't play comedy. Bro.
Yeah, so let me get the announcements because I know you guys are busy. This week, let's start this week. July 13th to the 15th, I'm at the Stress Factory, ladies and gentlemen. Get your tickets at stressfactory.com. The next Friday, I'm in the Fountain Blue with Live Nation in Miami, along with the workshop, from 10 to 2 o'clock. And then that Saturday, I'm at the House of Blues in Houston, the 22nd. Then July 28th, we do the Dallas House of Blues. And August 4th, I'm at Paradise Bistro in St. Thomas, the Virgin Islands. So it's just been a true blessing.
There you go.
You know, and like I said, to see you guys all the time, like I see Envy in the houses, and
I'm all about really uplifting, and I think we are both all about uplifting our community and giving people chances that they didn't get, and giving people second chances, and giving people opportunities, and trying to give them knowledge, whether it's on finances, mental health, or just regular health, where people can learn things that we didn't know. And we'll continue to do that until we decide we out of here.
I'll be back a year from today.
There you go.
You know how I do it.
A year from the day.
Well,
a
ladies
year
and gentlemen,
from the day.
It's TK Kirkland.
Stress Factory this weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Please get your tickets. I want all of Jersey, New York, the tri-state area. Your boy is back in town. Come, what's the word I want to use? Laugh until you cry.
There you go.
There you go. Come have a good time and forget your problems. DJ Envy.
Thank you, bro.
Charlamagne the guy.
My brother TK.
I love you guys for life.
I love you too.
May
Love
your
you,
pain
value,
be
and
champagne.
appreciate you, brother.
That's right. It's TK Kirkland. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.